What is your weakness? Or what are your weaknesses? This interview question is one of the most common interview questions you can ever think of. This interview question is being put in place to assess your self-awareness, honesty, and ability to grow. This question is tricky, and if it's not being answered correctly, your response can make you be disqualified from the role you are applying for. First thing, be honest and strategic. Choose a real weakness. Focus on the weakness that you can improve from, not a threat. Show self-awareness by making them know you've identified the weakness and you've actively worked on it. Now, let's put this into demonstration. I'm going to be giving 2 demonstrations in this video. Watching this video will help you to identify a particular weakness about yourself, and you can as well modify this in your interview. What is your weakness? One of my weaknesses is public speaking. In the past, I will get quite nervous, shy when speaking to large audience of people or groups. However, I recognize this was area for improvement. I've been actively working on it by attending small groups and as well taking practical exercise with small groups. As well, being a chorister in my church has helped me improve in a lot of ways. I've recently volunteered to lead zonal meetings and I've observed my confidence growing each time. That demonstration being made, it shows you've been able to identify your weaknesses, you worked on it, and now you've overcome it. Another weakness I'm going to be demonstrating is asking for help. I feel quite independent, and I feel asking for help may be a sign of weakness. I've learned that collaboration is crucial, most importantly in a team-oriented environment like yours. To improve in this area, I've been actively seeking feedback from colleagues and supervisors. This has helped me grow professionally and as well helped me in completing my tasks effectively. With those 2 demonstrations being made, all you need is to be honest, positive, specific, and confident. And this can be a very good help for you in your forthcoming interview. Do those things after your interview. First thing, send a thank you email. Sending a thank you email should be done within 24 hours of your interview. Express gratitude for the opportunity to attend the interview. Mention something very specific from the conversation for them to know that you are well engaged during the course of the interview. As well, mention why you are a great fit for the role. Keep it brief and professional. I will be sharing with you a sample of a thank you email to be sent. The subject of the email, thank you for the interview. Then you go on. Dear Saga, thank you for taking time to meet with me today. I truly appreciated the opportunity to discuss the internal auditor position and learn more about your team and exciting project at Sagadolu Artwork Company. Our conversation reinforced my enthusiasm for the role, especially keeping the financial status of the organization intact. I'm confident that my skills in auditing aligns well with the team's need. Thank you again for your time and consideration. I look forward to the possibility of joining your team. Best regards, Adelolu. After sending a thank you message, then go ahead to reflect on the questions and answers that you were being asked during the course of the interview. Jot down the questions you have been asked and as well reflect on your answers. Get to know how you can answer those questions better in your future interview. Evaluate the role and the company. Reflect on if the culture of the company aligns with yours and if the role you are applying for is what you really want in your career progressions. Follow up if necessary. Following up should be a week after your interview. And for you to follow up will determine if you are being given a time frame during the course of your interview or not. All the tips given in this video can be of help to you in your future interview to prepare or to reflect better. What is your greatest strength? In an interview, it's important for you to showcase a particular strength that is relevant to the role you are applying for. Mind you, this is not a physical strength, like I can carry 50 kg of rice, I can carry 20 kg of cement. No. Choose a relevant strength that perfectly aligns with the job description and the person's specification of the role you are applying for. What are the examples of strengths? 1. Communication skill. 2. Problem solving. 3. Adaptability and flexibility. 4. Leadership and teamwork skills. 5. Attention to details. 6. Time management or organizational skills. Last but not the least, creativity or innovative thinking. Now let's take one demonstration. The demonstration I'm going to be giving is adaptability and flexibility. In my previous experience as a community care assistant, I was being assigned to care for a lady in her home between the time of 11:15 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The duration of this care is just for 15 minutes. I got to the lady house as at 11:14 a.m., but unfortunately, she wasn't home. I tried to call her cell phone, but it wasn't going through. I immediately reached out to my supervisor to let her know the current situation. She told me to wait for the duration of the time I'll be caring for her. I waited until 11:30. She wasn't back. As at this time, I don't have any choice than to leave as I have another patient I should care for by 11:40 a.m. And I only have 7 minutes to drive down to her house. I left immediately to see my other patients. Immediately I finished attending to my other patient, I received a call from my supervisor telling me the other lady is back home. Mimi, how can you help us? As at this time, it was already 12:15 p.m. I should have a break from that 12:15 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. before I could go ahead to continue to care for my other patients. This is where adaptability and flexibility comes in. I sacrificed my break to care for the other lady. I drove back to her house. I saw her, asked her what was wrong. Unfortunately, she went to the store to get some groceries. On her way back from the store, she fell and she injured herself. A good Samaritan brought her home because the severity of the injury wasn't much. I was able to give her a medication, prepare dinner for her. She feels so happy because this lady was staying alone without family. I'm the only family that goes there all the time to assign a medication. She was happy I could come back and she gave a good review and feedback to my organization. Forget that the tips of this video is your greatest strengths, be it is communication, adaptability, creativity, innovative, and so on. Pick one strength, form your story based on it, and this is going to help you in your forthcoming interview. One of the things that can send you to jail very fast as a healthcare assistant in the UK is medication error. Medication training is one of the training that is being taken very serious in all healthcare companies. During the process or during the period of attending your medication training, make sure you are 100% attentive and fully present, as if any error is being carried out during the process of you giving a patient a medication can affect the well-being of the patient, and you don't want to do this. If you need to carry out a medication for a patient, make sure you follow all the 6 rights that is attached to it. What are the 6 rights of medication? Right patient, right medication, right dose, right route, right time, and right consent. Following the right 6, it will help you in administration of medication. Right patient. How do you know this medication is for this patient? Check the name being written on the pack and the proper name of the patient be written on the logbook or the patient's record book. Remember, Charles Chijioke is different from Charles Ukechukwu. The names might be similar, but it might not be the same. If during the course of you checking the 6 rights, anything feels unclear or feels strange, please reach out to your supervisor based on your protocol or the nurse in charge. This will help you in making any error during the course of administration of medication. Putting this in place will help you a lot. What's one of the easiest way of answering a behavioral question in an interview? Answering a behavioral question in an interview can be categorized into 4 parts, which I called STAR. Using a STAR method is a structured way to answer a behavioral interview question. In this STAR method, S stands as situation, T stands as task, A stands as action, and R stands as result. Now let's put this into demonstration. You are being asked in an interview, describe a patient safety incident. I'm going to be answering this question using the STAR method. Previously working as a support worker, during my routine check, I discovered a male patient has harmed himself with a sharp object. I immediately assessed the severity of the injury. The wound was superficial, which required immediate attention to prevent further harm and infection. My responsibility is to ensure patient safety by addressing the situation immediately. I quickly escalate the immediate situation to the registered mental nurse on duty as per protocol. The nurse was able to carry out clinical assessments on him. At this point, you should be able to understand the demonstration being made. Can you identify what the situation is, the task, the action, and the results? This method can help you in your forthcoming interview.